Hello everyone, welcome to a tutorial on how to use the Quest Simulator spreadsheet. You'll need a couple of things before we begin. First of all, I recommend TitansDB and of course the actual spreadsheet itself, which I will post separately. So before you begin, you need to get TitansDB, create an account, which is very straightforward and easy to do. And then we can go from there. So the first step I would recommend is going to your TitansDB page, going down to user, and then going up to the hero button just up here. And this will then pull up a list of all of your heroes, all their equipment, their skills. Very useful and easy to see. But what we really want to focus on is down here, the hero strings. And this might look complicated. You don't really need to know how this works or understand it. But just know that each line is a new hero and it corresponds in order here. So the first line here, mercenary, as you can see, is Yuan. Second one is a Lord, Brienne, etc. The next thing that I would recommend doing is opening the spreadsheet, and then you'll have to make a copy in order to edit it. So File, make a copy, call it whatever you like, make sure you save it in a place you can access, make a copy. Here we go. So this is the copy of the spreadsheet, which is now editable, which you need. And what I would suggest you do before anything is coming into your hero data, and it will look like this. And I would simply start with down here hero 6 in the A column and name your heroes in the order that they come up here. So 1, Brienne, etc, etc. So once you've named all your heroes, I've just done a few, I've got another one which I will use as a tutorial, but named your heroes, it's going to make life so much easier. The next thing you need to do is come down here to hero 1, and it'll pull up all this information. It looks confusing, you don't need to worry about it. What you need to do, go back onto TitansDB, come down to your hero strings, and copy these lines. And that string that you've just copied will go into import string. So you just copy and paste, and it will look like this. Again, looks weird, don't need to worry about it. Just click off of it, give it a couple of seconds, and it will pull that information into the spreadsheet. And you can quite clearly see now that this is the hero that we have just copied. So it's a red type hero, mercenary, shows the elemental type and the equipment that they are wearing. It also shows the skills, and again this is all pulled from TitansDB. So that first string corresponds to that first hero there. You can see Materia Blade and the teddy bear armor. And that is corresponded to the spreadsheet, Materia teddy bear armor. The next step, once you've got the first string, is to export your data. So you're going to come here to C2 and export. This is why I recommend naming your heroes in the first place. It's going to make it so much easier and more organized. So that's 1. So click that. And then this is going to take about 10 seconds to export the data. You'll see up here the name is 1, and then the name will disappear, which means the information has been sent across. And to check that, you can come back down here to your hero data, and you can see 1 there, mercenary, and all the information is filled out. You can go into your game and triple check that it's all correct, but it's all pulled across automatically, so you shouldn't run into any problems there. And you're going to be doing that for each of these strings. Eventually you'll get to this where all your heroes are filled out, and all the information is there. Again, it might look complicated, but we don't need to look at it in too much detail at this time. This is just a quick tutorial, really. But next you want to be doing your champions. Now, I've already done my champions, but basically how you do that is slightly different. You come down here and click on champion 1, and here in your B column you select the hero, the champion that you'd like to look at. So for example, I've already pre-done Hema, and then you have to manually put in her rank, her level, the equipment that they're wearing, and the seeds. Remember, I think this is automatically set at 80, but your seeds may be different, so just make sure that you're editing those individually, and also the card level. It'll automatically create a string, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. What we need to do is go back to C2 here, which is export hero data, and select it to the corresponding champion. Now these champions are already pre-named, so it's a little bit quicker, simpler for you to do. Next is the magic part, the bit that everybody wants to look at, which is calculating your success rate. Now this is what the page will look like if you've just made a copy. We don't need to worry about anything too much here, probably cover things in a different tutorial later. But what we want to do now is input our heroes. So my first team is Ashley, and then I will pop my heroes in there. Again, making the names earlier has made this so much easier. And you can see it just pulls the data across, makes it very easy. And then you want to come down here to A11 and look at the quest. Make sure you've got the one selected. I do want Meteor Zone. I want to do extreme difficulty. And my team is for breaking earth barriers. So that's all correct. And then the magic number that everybody wants to see is A25, and that is your quest success rate. 97% for mine. I am happy with that. Would I like it to be 100? Of course, and I will eventually get that to 100. But 97% is good for now. I'm happy with that. You can also oversee the number of rounds that will happen, the average remaining HP, and basically this is a good brief view of the stats and what you might want to edit going forward to get this number to your 100%, which is the ultimate goal, really, isn't it? So that is a basic tutorial, really, of how I understand how to use this spreadsheet. And I'm happy to do other tutorials about how to use all the other information on this screen and editing your heroes for live updates, that kind of thing, so you can see this number going up without actually having to change your hero in-game, a simulator. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps anyone. Please feel free to ask any questions.